A long time ago, in a place not too far from here, there was a prince who began to feel lonely, so he decided that he wanted to find a wife. However, his wife could not be just anyone. He was destined to marry a princess, a real princess. The prince searched all around the world, and though he found many who claimed to be princesses, he never felt convinced. Something was always not quite right, so he returned home without a wife. One evening, after the prince had returned, there was a terrible storm. Shockingly, in the midst of this horrible storm, there was a knock at the door. The king went to see who would dare travel in this awful weather. To everyone's surprise, it was a princess. She was beautiful, but she did not look like a princess. Her hair and clothes were soaked through, and even her shoes were filled with water. Nonetheless, she promised she was a real princess. Well, we shall soon find out, said the queen. She had a plan to find out if this girl was a true princess. The queen went into the guest chambers and removed all the bedding and placed a single pea below the mattress. She then placed 20 more mattresses on top of the pea and 20 feather beds on top of the mattresses. It looked quite comfortable, although it made the bed 20 feet high. The princess was then shown where she was to sleep for the night. Upon seeing the bed, she was a little taken aback, but she carefully climbed up the mattresses and settled in for the night. The next morning, the queen was quite eager to ask the princess how she had slept. But before the queen could even finish asking the question, the young princess interrupted her. "Oh, horribly!" she cried out. "I hate to complain after you made such an effort to make me comfortable, but I hardly closed my eyes. Goodness knows what was in that bed, but there was something round and hard that bothered me all night." The princess had passed the test. The queen confirmed that she was indeed a real princess. Only a true princess would be so sensitive. The prince was overjoyed to finally find his princess. He wanted to marry her at once. The princess had other ideas. She chose to get to know the prince first, which she did. In good time, the two fell in love and were married and lived happily ever after. And the pea was placed in the gallery of miraculous things and can still be seen to this day. The end. Thank you for listening, boys and girls, from your story fairies. Have a good night.